Yo, what is up guys, it's Geerzy here, and today I'll be showing you some tips and tricks I wish I knew sooner. Don't worry, this video isn't just for people who are new to Fortnite. In fact, some of these tips are quite advanced, so even if you consider yourself a competitive player, I can guarantee you will still learn something. Also, feel free to let me know in the comments which tip was the most effective and you wish you saw it sooner. Anyways, there is a lot to go over, so let's hop right into it. One of the most important things that would have helped me a lot if I knew it sooner is how to edit and rotate ramps a lot quicker. Instead of dragging from the back of the ramp all the way to the front of the ramp just to rotate it backwards, you can simply go from the back of the ramp to the right or left side. The same thing applies when rotating your ramp to the sides. As you can see, instead of pulling it from the left side all the way to the right side, simply pull it from the back panel to the side panel. Once you get used to editing your ramps just like this, you'll easily be able to outplay your opponents in close quarter combat. Here's an in-game example. You can use these same rotations to destroy opponents after ramping over them. After you've ramped over your opponent, wait and see if they are going to do a side jump. If they don't, they have most likely turned around and are trying to double ramp up for high ground. This is your opportunity to rotate the ramp and bop them in the head. Ideally, you want to rotate the ramp backwards because it will be a lot easier to hit a headshot. But either method should work. The next two tips are very quick, but greatly increase the speed at which I loot houses and buildings. As you probably know, when you open a door, your sprint gets cancelled. To prevent this, simply swap to your pickaxe or a different weapon in your inventory while opening the door. Using a side-by-side comparison, we can easily tell which is faster. The same technique can also be applied when harvesting stuff. Swapping to a weapon right after swinging your pickaxe will cancel out the full swing and allow you to keep on sprinting. Without swapping, harvesting and looting just feels quite a lot slower. Speaking of harvesting, the new pirate bags that you can find around the map actually give you a solid 20 metal, so make sure to mine them when you can. The next tip I learned from Lakey and have been using ever since. When fighting an opponent, make sure to use a different material than they are. For example, if your opponent is building out of wood, you should use either brick or metal. The reason you want to do this is because if you have max metal and brick, but then you and your opponent fight using wood, when you eliminate them and go to collect their loot, all their wood is going to be wasted from the fight you just had. And since your other materials are maxed out, you won't be able to pick them up. But if you use brick and your opponent uses wood, when you kill them, all your materials will be replenished, allowing you to move to the next fight well prepared or even survive a lot longer. This tip is by far most useful in competitive endgame situations. When the circle is small and you need to turtle every rotation, being able to get some cheeky kills and replenish your mats could get you the win. I mean, the more mats the better. Nowadays, there are so many unique ways to use traps that I didn't even know about till recently. You can block roof traps by editing pyramids in different ways. For example, and the harder but faster way is to do it while sprinting. This can be extremely useful in many situations. Let's say you just got lasered by your opponent and you need to run into a building to hide and heal up. But when you arrive at the building, there's a spike trap blocking your entrance. Instead of trying to break it by pickaxing or shooting it and potentially getting yourself killed from other enemies around you, you can simply run through by using one of those techniques and heal in safety. Also, if you've ever boxed your opponent in and you've only had one spike trap, you notice that they tend to run to the other side and dodge your trap. I just realized recently that there's a really easy counter. Coincidentally, this tip also involves rotating ramps. So if you want to get fast at it, practice the first tip of the video. After you've boxed in your opponent, you want to edit your ramp facing whichever direction you place the trap on. This will block them from running to the other side, guaranteeing you the kill. One of the positions that I used to be so scared of fighting from was the low ground. But after multiple fights and learning that you don't need to be afraid of taking shots from the low ground, I've grown and it is now one of my favorite spots to fight from. Using techniques such as the reverse Tfue classic, the phase floor jump, and the backwards Martos jump, you can easily become more confident when fighting from the low ground. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you did enjoy or found anything that helped you out, consider dropping a like and feel free to subscribe to the channel to stay updated with all the latest Fortnite tips and tricks. You can also use code Geerzy in the item shop to greatly support my channel. Anyways, I hope you guys have an awesome day and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.